Well, it is probably a week before the end of October. I don't even keep up with the dates anymore. It's a Wednesday, I know that. Ben's got the day off, so that's nice. But I figured since it's a beautiful day out, which is weird because if you've seen my last couple videos, I've had to bring in all of my plants and all the succulents, and it's crazy. And now today it's going to be, they said it's supposed to get up to 80 degrees. So I figured since it's nice out and the dog wants to play, well, she was playing with her ball, which is the little blue thing over there. And now kids are coming home, so she's going to make noise. And we'll have to either keep her quiet or bring her back in the house so that she doesn't wake up Ben. Because he's got wonky hours anyway, so he needs to get his rest. But like I said, since it's a beautiful day out, I figured I'd show you what's still living. Come on, Chance. Here, get your ball. Get it. Show you what I still have living, and because everything's pretty much petered out here except for the self-seeded Thai basil and a couple other things. Hey, get out of there. Did you lose your ball? Did you just lose your ball under his house? Oh my word. Come on, we'll get you a different one. You can't be digging under his house. I'll have to have your dad help me get it out. Here, come get your rope. Come on, get your rope. She says, I don't want the rope. She lost the ball under the underpinning. So now she's determined to get it. Oh, this dog. Get out of the way. Let me see if I can see it. Where'd you lose it? Oh, in the hole. Okay, well, guess what? You're not getting it right now. We'll have to get you a new ball. You got 20 of them in the house, so. Anyway, back to what I was saying. We got a couple of things that are still alive. One being this wonky onion. And I did put my finger in the soil a couple days ago, and it hasn't bulbous out. So I'm not sure what it's going to do. I'm just kind of leaving it here. We do have some zinnias. There's a head right there where the zinnias, a couple of them there fell off. The heads fell off and they self-seeded. So those are growing, which is weird. All the pumpkins and the cucumbers are done. My bleeding heart is still kind of doing okay. Still got some green to it there. That head of lettuce is still going, and we haven't harvested that. I'm just kind of letting it do its thing. Nice little dandelion there too. The houseplants, I think this is purslane. I'm not sure, but get the weed out of there. It's still kicking. I don't know how. There's our volunteer Thai basil. Oh, it still smells good, and you can see all the tomatoes that fell off of the tomato plants, and so I'm just letting them self-seed and season. There's the peppermint, the purple tomatillo plant. It's still got tomatillos on it. Oh, looks like there's one actually ripe. Right there. See the purple tomatillo? That one's actually almost ripe. And of course, all the Thai basil. Holy moly. The Thai basil has self-seeded itself in all the pots where the tomatoes are, or were. That one never had tomatoes in it though. We got basil growing over here. And I think this is either a green bean or a pea plant that decided that it was gonna grow. There's more tomatoes. I did bring Charlie Brown. There he is, Charlie Brown, my Christmas tree. I brought him out of the, he's looking pretty sad. I brought him out of the shade tent. I don't think he was getting enough water back there. And he's good enough that he can stay outside because he is a, yeah, my brain just farted. He's a pine tree of some sort. So he can be outside as long as his roots don't freeze completely, he'll stay alive. And I think he's probably root bound too. But there's more Thai basil. You see the Thai basil is everywhere. I love the smell of it, so I just let it grow because I think it just smells so beautiful. And I do harvest it to use it inside for cooking sometimes, but it draws a lot of the bees. It keeps a lot of critters off of my tomato plants, so I let it grow. And then when it grew earlier this summer, it went to flower fast and self-seeded everywhere. And as you can see, it's gone to flower again. And okay, of course, today is going to be 80, so everything's going to seed again. But the shade tent is empty now. I don't have any plants in there. It's not empty. I don't have any plants in there. It still has the table and the shelf and a bunch of pots with weeds in it and stuff like that I haven't got to yet. But it's still standing because I haven't taken it down. And you can see, yeah, some junk in there, the shelves, the table. So it's still standing. I need to get that down in the next couple of days and put it away so it doesn't go through winter. I'm going to have to see about fixing it. It's got some holes and tears in the top of it. So I'm not sure if it's going to be usable for next year. It's kind of why I'm hesitant on taking it down, because I don't know, once I take it down and then get ready to put it up next year, is it going to be okay or what? I mean, I just don't know. And then of course we have the garden towers, which now we're going into the sun, so the garden towers are still kicking. The zinnias, as you can see, well, let's get you so we're not pointing you right at the sun. Zinnias are still growing, and that's a clipping that I just took off of the main plant and shoved in soil, and it rooted and has life on it. These are the second generation cosmic carrots. I'm hoping that before too long they'll be ready, but their greens are pretty short yet. But they're okay. They can actually grow through part of the winter. It'll slow down their growth, but they'll still grow. They're quite cold tolerant. The broccoli is still here. I haven't taken it down. It drew a lot of bugs, you can see there. It doesn't look pretty. And I've just let it be. It's just sitting here growing, so I let it be. There's more zinnias there and on the other side of the tower. And actually, how crazy is this? Let's see if we can turn you around a little. Oops, we're gonna knock your flowers. Okay, that's not a good idea. Turn you carefully. Alrighty. There is the one cosmic carrot that I cut it and saved the top and shoved it back in soil after it started to root, and it's actually doing pretty good. Here's the more Thai basil, and as you can see, it's started down there and it's gotten quite big, but it's still kicking and doing good. It's got lots of flowers, and there's seeds here that I'm sure are ready to harvest, and I'm just not going to. Just going to let it do its thing. Let's go ahead and push you back around here so that, there we go. This one still has some lettuce in it that is still growing. Got a couple of dead leaves in here. We can pull them out. Yeah, it's still growing. Some sort of critter or something's been on it. We've had some grasshoppers and other things in here. And all kinds of parasites and who knows what. So I'm just going to pull these here. And you can see how they're just coming right off. They're discolored, so... And it's not going to hurt it any. Parsley is still doing pretty good. You can see the critters have been eating it. This is a self-seeded Thai basil. The lettuce is still growing and going good. I quit harvesting it because there was a critter that started to eat it. And I do have one onion still going. I don't know if you can see that speck. Focus, silly. Oh, it's not going to, but there's a spider sitting right there on the onion. So, yeah, that's citronella over there is still doing good. The zinnias that fell, I just shoved into a pot, and they're kind of sort of still alive. You can still see there's its pot. This pot doesn't have any drainage, so the soil's pretty wet, but it still has life, and it did put off a flower. And then these towers pretty much are done for the season. Oh, looks like there's a little piece of life in there, so I'm not sure what that is, but okay. And the chamomile is still alive, but the oh, what was that other one that I had in here? I can't see the tag. I think those were the nasturtiums. They've pretty much petered out too. So things are petering out, and some things are still growing. It's nice out today, so that's nice. I'm not going to hold my breath. It won't stay nice forever. And it's been really weird because, like, one day it's nice. Maybe 2 or 3 days in a row it's nice. Please stop going after that ball. I will get your ball in a minute. Okay? You're still going after it. I'll get your ball in a minute. Just be still, girl. Get your rope. But, yeah, a couple days it's nice. I think next 2 or 3 days it's supposed to be nice. And then come this weekend, then it's supposed to get cold again. And we've gotten cold weather down in, let's see, what was it? I think the coldest it's been so far was 35 for 2 nights. And then it bounced back up. So, welcome to Tennessee's fall. Our fall seasons are just as unpredictable as everything else. Every season seems to be unpredictable here. Let me show you this beautiful tree. Look at all the pretty colors it's changing. The temperatures are going wonky, so the trees are starting to change, at least here. Last week in the mountains, Smoky Mountains, was the week to go and see all the trees changing colors. But the mountains get their seasons a little sooner than ours, and their weather is different, especially because it's higher elevation, so they get the seasons before us. We're down, I call it the valley. It's really not the valley. It's the east of the foothills mountains. You know, we're in the foothills of the mountains. And we're not east of it. We're west of the Smoky Mountains. But that's pretty much what's going on. Oh, I guess I could show you. Let's see. Can you leave that ball alone? How about I go get you another one? Okay. I'm going to pause you a minute and go get another ball for this silly old dog, so she'll leave this underpinning alone. Okay, so we got her a new ball. Now don't lose it. Yep, get it away from the underpinning. There you go. Okay. Okay. Yes, play with your ball. She's happy she's got her ball. No, she's going to shake it apparently. She plays with her ball all by herself for the most part. It's kind of weird. She likes to play fetch, but sometimes she keeps her ball and she won't play with me or will let me play with her. She just wants to play alone. So, alright, well, let's come out here to the front yard quick and I will show you this cactus that is overdue to be harvested. I gotta get out here today and do this. Okay, the prickly pear. You can see how bright red the pears are and all the way down to the bottom. So I guess I better go get my tongers and harvest these prickly pears before they too ripe and end up not being edible. And then of course the banana tree is starting to weather. You can see the dead leaves from it getting cold. So it will die back, and then come spring, hopefully as long as our temperatures don't get too cold, it'll come back. As long as the root ball doesn't freeze. The rose bush is out of control and thinned out because it's done for the season. I got to get out here and prune it too. I do have a couple of things I need to get done before nightfall, so since I'm noticing that, I guess I'll go ahead and end this video and try and get a couple of things done while it is nice and starting to warm up though. Whew. Starting to sweat. But so I figured I'd just give you a quick, there you go, ready? Get it. Good girl. Figured I'd just give you a quick tour and show you how things are doing. End of October and things are petered out for the most part. I'm hoping that Charlie Brown survives these temperatures so I can bring him in for Christmas and decorate him. He's I think he's a red oak or something. I don't remember what they called him. I'll have to look it up again. But yeah, he's doing all right. He's a little thin. I did do some chopping last year before Christmas, and you can see that's why he's my Charlie Brown, because he's pretty thin. You can see some of him doesn't have much there at all. I was trying to prune him up to make him into a bonsai, but the healing process on him was a bit difficult, and he didn't heal up so well. I mean, he has now, but I was pruning him, and the way that I understood to prune him ended up not to be quite the correct way. Let me see if I can see a part where I can show you. They told me to stop him from growing so much. Uh-oh, we got something on you. What do you got on you? Don't tell me that's scale. No, it looks like just a spider web. And I don't see where your top is that I lopped you off at either now. So you must have healed up or regrew. But it told me to lop off the top of him, and that'll keep him small. And with a bonsai, yes, you want them small. But when I cut him, he had dieback on his branch. Like, his branches died back pretty drastically. Oh, here it is. Let me show you. Alright, like this branch that my finger's on, it died back all the way to the joint. And you can see that there's new growth on it, but it died back so wonky that he had a hard time bouncing back. And with his dieback like that, then I started thinking, well, if I keep pruning him, is he going to keep dying back? And if that's the case, then am I even going to have a Charlie Brown? So I quit pruning him. I left him be all summer, and I did keep him in the shade tent with the tropicals. He got a lot of light, and he did get some water. I noticed the other day that he's got some roots hanging out the bottom of his drain holes. So, so I'm sure he's probably root bound again, but he is a tree. So the trees seem to have their roots grow back pretty fast, especially one because when I pruned him and put him in this pot, he was already root bound and had a lot of root rot. So I lopped off, well, and he actually, that's his pot, which is a little bit bigger around and not as deep. But that maroon pot over there is what he was in. And like 3/4 of his roots on the bottom were just rotten and mushy, and he was dying. So I went ahead and, hey, no, Dad's sleeping. I went ahead and chopped his dead roots off, gave him some new soil, put him in a clean new pot, and he's done really good because now it looks like his roots are hanging out the bottom again. So his roots have grown back quite fast. I kept him in the shade tent just because we were having such harsh sun. The sun was just so hard on everything and was scorching a lot of things. The last thing I wanted was for him to get sunburn and die, and then I don't have a Christmas tree for this year. Angel, no. Daddy's sleeping. You be quiet. So that's what we did with him. But anyways, since I've been sitting here just jabbering, I guess I better let you go so I can get this dog in before she wakes up Ben. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you learned something or enjoy watching, make sure you give me a thumbs up and like my channel. Come on, you're going in. And subscribe to see all the other crazy things that I got going on. There you go. You too, come on. Again, thank you for watching. I hope that you have a good day. And definitely subscribe, because I'm sure I've got all kinds of other things that are going to go on this winter now that we're not going to be outside as much. And remember, always, you are somebody. You do matter. I love you. And until next time, I will see you on the next video. Till then, ciao now.